I had been collecting vintage sci-fi toys for years, and my crown jewel was a 1960s-era spaceship's playset. It was worth a small fortune, and I kept it safely stored in a glass case in my living room. I lived with 2 roommates, and we all got along pretty well. Or so I thought. One day, I came home from work to find the case empty and my playset gone. I was frantic, searching every room, but it was nowhere to be found. That's when I saw the receipt on the kitchen counter. My roommate had sold it to a local antique dealer for a fraction of its value. I was furious, but I didn't want to confront him directly. Instead, I hatched a plan. I started by being super nice to him, helping him with chores and even lending him money when he needed it. He was so grateful, he didn't even question why I was being so generous. Meanwhile, I was secretly gathering evidence of all the times he'd taken advantage of me in the past: the time he ate my food, the time he broke my favorite mug, the time he had a party without asking and trashed our living room. I documented everything, and then I waited. A few weeks later, our landlord announced that she was raising the rent, and my roommate was upset because he couldn't afford it. That's when I made my move. I told him I was happy to cover his portion of the rent increase, but only if he agreed to sign a contract. The contract stated that he would be responsible for paying me back, with interest, and that he would have to do all of the household chores for the next year. He was hesitant at first, but I could see the desperation in his eyes. He signed the contract without even reading it. And then, I dropped the bombshell. I told him that I knew what he'd done with my playset, and that this was my revenge. He was shocked, but he tried to play it cool. That's when I showed him the evidence I'd gathered, and he realized he was in trouble. He tried to apologize, but it was too late. I'd already exposed him for the manipulative person he was, and now he was at my mercy. The look on his face was priceless. I'd finally gotten my revenge, and it felt amazing.